Hey, you guys. Hey, everyone. It is Saturday morning. Well, Saturday evening. And I normally don't do live streams during the weekend, but I felt I definitely needed to cover this. I cover Aaron Carter, so this was definitely sad for me to see. About an hour or so ago, I got over on Twitter and I saw that someone had actually tweeted that Aaron Carter had passed away. Now, you guys let me know if you can hear me because my son was in here earlier and he may have messed with some of my settings. So just let me know if you guys can hear me. Um, so anyways, I cover Aaron Carter. Like I said, I got over on Twitter about an hour ago. I was in the living room watching cartoons with my daughter, decided to check Twitter, and lo and behold, I see the first thing that pops up is someone saying rest in peace, Aaron Carter. I didn't exactly at the time like be like, oh my God, because Aaron Carter has been like the victim of like a death hoax before. Like it's not the first time that people have reported that he passed away. So before I said anything, I wanted to get verification on it. So I went over into Google and I did. I Googled Aaron Carter and literally article upon article upon article upon article of Aaron Carter passing away was posted in the past. At that time when I first looked, it was like they have been posted within minutes, 10 minutes or so. Many articles have been posted. So I started reading them and going through it. And then I decided I needed to do a live and tell you guys about it because, like I said, I do cover Aaron Carter. Um, Unfortunately, a lot of times when I have covered Aaron Carter, it has been subject around his abuse. There was one video that we did where it looked like Aaron Carter was snipping something. I think I did a video about that. Yes, Dustin, you absolutely can share this video. Anybody watching can share this video. Unfortunately, news is just getting out within the past hour. Within the past hour is when all these articles are coming out and people's really started talking about this. So this is going to be news to a lot of people, and it's very sad news. As soon as I got the confirmation from many articles, I ran in there to my husband and I showed him. I said, "Look, look, look." I showed him the article, and he said, "As sad as it is, I'm really not surprised." He said, "I'm not." He said it's sad, but I'm not surprised that this is the outcome. Because, like I said, we keep up with Aaron Carter. I cover him from time to time, and it seemed pretty obvious that he was not sober. Him and Melanie's relationship has been all over the place, unfortunately. You never really know what's going on with them. Um, yeah, it's not fake, you guys. I just did one video the other day where I reported that somebody had passed away, and I thought it was confirmed, but it wasn't. The news article that I read looked to be from a news station, but it wasn't a news station. Um, and so I made sure that let me show you guys. Let me show you guys. Okay, this is TMZ. TMZ, even though a lot of people want to give TMZ crap, from my understanding, he was live today. From my understanding, um, Aaron Carter was live earlier today. So, if can people in the chat just type if you can't hear, go out and come back in, and let the people that can't hear know that y'all can hear. That way, they don't think it's a problem with sound. This is confirmed. TMZ. Let me show you guys. Okay, when you just Google Aaron Carter passing, look at this. Oh, hold on. I mean, when you Google Aaron Carter passing away, it's literally everywhere. The Independent, Aaron Carter dead. Um, Huffington Post, Aaron Carter dies. Associated Press, singer rapper Aaron Carter dies. Deadline Hollywood, KTLA, NY Post. I mean, NBC News, Huffington Post, Fox LA, KTLA. I mean, usually when this is a hoax, it's not picked up by all these outlets. One outlet will share it, one like questionable outlet, like apparently like SNBC. Like SNBC apparently is not a legit outlet. I thought it was. So when I saw this, I wanted to make sure that I would have never, ever got on here without double checking Are y'all okay? Double checking. I'm not seeing anything where Michael J. Fox passed. Someone in the chat said Michael J. Fox passed. I'm not seeing that. Nothing about him passing up is popping up like that. I mean, you guys see this. So 14 hours ago, Michael J. Fox and other celebs have got candid about their Parkinson's disease. Back to the Future. So yeah, I'm not seeing anything about him passing. Let's get back to Aaron Carter. I just wanted to, since people were in the chat were asking. But let's get back to Aaron Carter. This is such a sad story. You guys, he was 34. He was 34. 34. We'll read this and then we'll go to people are saying that Nick Carter has responded to this. Y'all, I've watched several of his live streams, and literally there's live streams where he's literally like this. And I'm just questioning myself, like the people that are watching this, are they not seeing what's happening? Like, why are his people not saying, Aaron Carter, and some people would. Some people would say, dude, like, please get help. We love you. Please get help. We love you. I would see that when I would watch him from time to time. I would see people, you know, in his chat saying, Aaron, it's clear that you're not okay. Please get help, dude. Like, we don't want to see you, you know, another young celeb passed away. Please get help. But he never, a lot of times he would call them haters. But y'all, like probably 75% of his chat was just people that took up for him, that did not want to acknowledge that he was clearly in a bad way. It's very sad. And I'm not saying it's their fault. Absolutely not. It's nobody's fault but his. So it says, Aaron Carter has died. TMZ has learned. The singer turned rapper and actor was found dead Saturday at his house in Lancaster, California. Let me make my picture just a little bit bigger so I don't get any copyright. Multiple sources tell us that Aaron's body was found in his bathtub. This is like Whitney Houston, her daughter, a lot of these people that suffer from like known drug problems. For some reason, they, you know, do drugs and then they get into the bath and they drown. Law enforcement source tells TMZ homicide detectives have been dispatched to the scene but have no information or evidence of foul play. It's standard operating procedure for homicide detectives to investigate such death scenes. From my understanding, he was huffing. I did see people saying Wikipedia has already added his date of death and speak of him in the past tense. So that's where this is where the cops were at his house earlier today. Let's see. Let me kind of get my picture off of that now. So this is where they were outside of his house. As you guys can see, that's his RV that he's been traveling in. He's been in his RV. Y'all, I'm sad. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think I'm 33. I think I'm 33. So, that's way too young. Way too young. Amber says he would mix weed duster and Xanax, and that's I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm reading a comment that here's what I can say. I also covered a stream. A while back where one of his friends walked in and said, "Hey, I'm still trying to find you the Xanax." And he's like, I'm on a live. He's like, "Oh, yeah. And he's like, he was calling my doctor. Because my prescription, somebody stole it. So he was calling my doctor to get another prescription. So they made it into this whole thing where it wasn't like he was going to get him Xanax off the streets, but like through a doctor. And then a lot of people in his chat was like, "Oh man, that sucks. Somebody would steal your prescription, you know?" And I'm like, "Y'all, are y'all really buying this? Like, that is not what's happening here. Anyone's death affects someone, please." Exactly. And the thing is, you guys, is Aaron was not in a good way with his family. He did not have a good relationship with his brother. And I can't even imagine how this is going to affect them, knowing that they didn't have that good relationship and this happened. Nobody thinks, you know, that this could this could happen. This is so sad. TMZ obtained a photo of sheriff's cars and paramedics outside of Aaron's home. The property is surrounded by caution tape. Aaron shot to fame back in the late 1990s as a pop singer, releasing 4 studio albums, starting with the self-titled debut album in 1997 when he was just 9 years old. He was incredibly talented, you guys. Not too long ago, I think it was the video where his friend came in saying, "Hey, I'm still looking for your Xanax." I went on kind of like down the rabbit hole of Aaron Carter. I started listening to a lot of his older music when he was little, and then I started listening to some of his, latest music. What is it? Fool's Gold? What is that song called? I think it's Fool's Gold, maybe. That one's so good. Yeah, Fool's Gold is so good. That is such a good song. He's talented. I mean, if you watch him on his live streams, even when he appears to be under the influence, he can sit there and he can mix music or I don't know if it's called mixed music, but he can work on music and he can sing, and it's so incredibly sad that he went down this path, man. It's just so sad. It makes you wonder, is this the result from another child star? Like, you guys know how they say child stars were like abused and mistreated and worked too hard, and then it seems like Miley Cyrus may have come out of it, but Miley Cyrus seemed to be going down that path at one time. Amanda Bynes, so many child celebrities end up in just such a bad way. So he does have a son. His son's name is Prince. His girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, you never really know what's happening with him and Melanie. They said he was the one that called 911. I don't know who called 911. It says that it says here, law enforcement tells TMZ they received a 911 call at 11 a.m. Saturday that a male had drowned in the tub. So I don't think it was Aaron that called. I think it was probably somebody that went into his house. After his first album sold 1 million copies, Aaron's second album, Aaron's Party, tripled that number, and from there he became a regular on Nickelodeon. Aaron also used to tour with the Backstreet Boys during their heyday. His older brother, Nick, was part of the hugely popular boy band. Here he is here, you guys, and I mean, there's all these videos on social media, on YouTube, Aaron Carter lying, and because he did seem to, I don't know, it seemed like he dealt with a lot of mental problems. Like, I don't know if he was like bipolar. I don't really know what was going on here, but it definitely seemed like he was dealing with a lot of mental disorders on top of substance abuse. Aaron Carter transitioned into rap as his music career progressed, and he also appeared on Dancing with the Stars and acted in a Broadway production, Seussical. Aaron has tons of legal and substance abuse issues over the years, infamously going on the doctors a couple years ago and talking about all the pills he was taking. He also went to rehab numerous times. Aaron Carter is survived by his son, Prince. Aaron was only 34. I'm not exactly sure how old Aaron's son was. I don't know. Okay, I covered this. Aaron Carter receives welfare check after fans think he's huffing online. Aaron Carter pulled over on suspicion of DUI while driving. And this was all in the past month. These two stories right here was in the past month, I believe. Let's look at this one. I remember when I covered this one. Somebody said, how is Aaron Carter receiving welfare checks if he makes so much money? And I'm like, no, that's not what we're saying here. Aaron Carter cops show up for welfare check. Fans think he's huffing on IG Live. This was September 25th. So this was a little bit over a month ago. Aaron Carter had cops at his doors for a welfare check on whoever called this welfare check on him. I know a lot of people don't like to be snitches, but I'm going to commend whoever decided to do this because they were trying to help him. They were trying to help him. Aaron Carter had cops at his door for a welfare check after going live on IG because fans worried that he was possibly doing drugs off camera. LE sources tell TMZ the police received a call Tuesday evening with many saying Aaron Carter was possibly overdosing on social media. I don't know if we should even watch it, honestly. It says, in case you missed it, Aaron went live Tuesday night to chat with his followers. But at one point, the screen went black. Some fans thought that they could hear spraying, inhaling going on in the background. Cops in the fire department responded to Aaron's home in Lancaster. Sources say they tried calling Aaron and knocking on the door to no avail at first, but eventually made contact with him. Aaron told officers he was sleeping. We're told cops found no drugs and say there was no criminal activity or any type of suicide attempt. The thing is the reason they may not have found drugs is because maybe his drugs is not your normal average drugs. Did they even search the residence? Did they search the residence? How do we know if they searched the residence? They didn't say, Ellie performed a search of the residence and found no drugs. Also, if he's, what's it called, huffing? If he's huffing, isn't that just like regular cans of that could be like regular cans of like cleaner that you would already maybe have in your home, right? Let's listen to this. I kind of want to keep it obscure just a little bit because TMZ will get you with copyright. Yeah, he did have a twin sister named Angel, and she passed away several years ago. I would assume they would need a warrant to probably search. They maybe asked him like, "Hey, you don't have any drugs on you?" And he probably said no, and they probably were like, "We didn't find any drugs." There were 7 siblings, including Aaron. 1 sister died, and now him. 5 siblings left. So yeah, like they're not gonna a can of duster, right? How would they know for sure? Let's listen to this. It was kind of hard to hear, but he said that he was spraying like Febreze or something. You guys hear that? You guys hear it? It's like, shh, shh. We're going to back it up just a little bit. I covered this back when this happened, and this was literally the end of September. And like I said, whoever called for a welfare check, I commend them. I really do, because they were trying to help him. The thing is you can't make someone take the help, though. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry. Did I say it was Angel? I mean, did I say, yeah, did I say it was Angel? So I'm going to double check, but yeah, I think it was Leslie. He has a twin sister. His twin sister passed away. I'm sorry. Yes, it's Leslie. I'm so sorry. Um, I'm reading the chat and then just taking it without even really thinking it through. Um, it's hard to hear, but you can hear it. And then what was the grunt? He did this weird grunt afterwards. So you could hear it. He did, like I said, he did this really weird grunt. That's something I'm gonna cover Monday is the AWP situation about Jared. I'm gonna cover that Monday. But it definitely sounded like he was huffing, while on the live stream. The screen went black, and then you could hear this. So whoever called the cops, like I said, I commend them. And a lot of people don't want to be a snitch, but they did the right thing, because a lot of people will sit on there and act like that's not what he's doing. That's not what he's doing. You know. This one says. Let's see. Aaron Carter was tragically found deceased on Saturday in his house in Lancaster, California. Multiple sources told TMZ. The outlet shared that the singer, rapper, and actor's body was found in his bathtub. The last video of him performing was shared by a peer on Thursday. In the music video, Carter could be singing, "I'll tell my honey I'll be gone, but it's not for long." He was shirtless, showing his tattoos as he performed his verse on stage about a love interest. He could then be seen holding a cigarette as he rapped with Check the Star. The song is called Lately, featuring Aaron Carter. This classic song was inspired by toxic relationships. A deputy from Lancaster told the U.S. Sun that deputies did respond to the call. The call was dispatched around 11 a.m. this morning, and the police found a deceased person at the residence. There's no information or evidence of foul play. Aaron, let's see. Aaron was the youngest brother of Nick Carter. I want to find out more about his sister. He also has two sisters, one of which is his twin, Angel, and Leslie, who passed away in 2012 at the age of 25 from a drug overdose. So I want to make sure I get that clear so I don't confuse anybody. A lot of times I'll read the comments and not think about it or not even try to really push it through my mind. But okay, so his twin sister was Angel. He also has two sisters, one of which was his twin, Angel, and then Leslie, who passed away in 2012 at the age of 25 from a drug overdose. Okay, so 10 years. It's been 10 years since he lost his sister. I would love to know about the date of her passing, but drug overdose. Yeah, Aaron from AWP is not dead, but I am going to be covering about what's going on with him as well. If you are a fan of AWP, it might be something you might be interested in. That'll be Monday, not today. Yeah, he was an addict. Yeah. So on this one, a few people were calling him out about that. Like, hey, what was that? What was that? And he said he grabbed like a can of like Febreze and sprayed it and said that it was the Febreze, you know. But he sprayed the Febreze, and the sound of the Febreze being sprayed sounded a lot different from what we heard earlier in the live. His last live was last night, and people were being so evil to him. That is terrible. You know, I know a lot of people, they would watch Aaron Carter's lives, and some people would just look at him as like, oh my gosh, he's such a liar, he's such a drug addict. But here's the thing, is he was suffering. I don't think people just become addicted to drugs because they want to or because they're happy-go-lucky people. I think at the end of the day, they're suffering. I think he definitely suffered from some sort of mental disorders, which could have caused like the lying, change of the narrative. You know what I'm saying? She died January 31st, 2012. Thank you so much, Southern Charmer. So for anybody to get on his live and just be mean to him, that's heartbreaking. Yes, Nick Carter is the oldest brother of Aaron Carter. I didn't name his other siblings. I was just reading the one to talk specifically about Leslie. He could be quite mean as well, but I think that was a defense mechanism for him to be mean, because I would watch him, and anybody that did try to say anything like, you need help, Aaron, oh, I know who sent you, you're a troll, and he would boot them. So he could be quite mean back, but I do think it was a defense mechanism to anybody calling him out. This is so sad. I want to check Twitter really quickly because someone said that Nick Carter did say something, so I do want to check that really quickly. And then I'll check Melanie. What's her last name? Okay, I'm not seeing where Nick Carter has posted anything. Let me double check tweets and retweets. Let me check. Melanie Martin, that's right, Melanie Martin. Let me check her. I'm actually shocked. Somebody said that Nick Carter's manager tweeted something. like I said, I went in there, I ran in there, and I showed my husband the headline. Is Aaron Carter from Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? Neither one of those. Aaron Carter is not from Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. Aaron Carter's older brother, Nick Carter, was from Backstreet Boys. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, it seems Melanie Martin may have posted a TikTok. Let's see if we can find that. Somebody tweeted it and said Melanie has already posted a TikTok trying to push her tears. Um, I'm gonna find it because they're only posting the like a screenshot of it. It says, I don't even want to read that. Despite what you think, despite what you may think about anyone, I would have to believe that she's upset about this. I'm wondering if she took her account down. Hmm. If anybody can find her TikTok account, please send it to my email. Can one of the mods put in my email? Um, I've talked to him on TikTok Lives. What's so crazy, you guys, about so Aaron Carter, about 3 months into my YouTube channel, he followed me on Twitter, which was really weird. Because I didn't have a big channel. I had maybe 8,000 followers. So when he followed me, I thought, wow, I remember I even took a screenshot of it and I posted it on my Facebook. And I said, wow, this is so crazy. Aaron Carter followed me. Sometime later, he unfollowed me, but he did follow me at one point. I'm not finding Melanie's I'm not finding Melanie's TikTok. Let me double check. I was just searching her name, but it looks like it's Miss Melanie. Okay, there she is. Okay. Wow. That's it. Wow. That's it. That's it. It's just a clip. There's no. She's driving, and she's just crying, and that's it. Somebody said you tried so many times to save him. I'm sorry that Prince has lost his dad. Park the car, darling. Your child needs you. Melanie, this will never be your fault. Please don't ever hold yourself accountable. I'm so sorry. My condolences. I pray he has found peace. You tried to love him back to life, and I'm sure he appreciated that. You can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved. Someone else said, don't be suspicious. And someone commented on that and said, no tears. So, oh my goodness. I don't want to blame anybody, and I'm not going to blame anyone. But literally like a week ago, he literally was pulled over because people in traffic, people on the highway, from my understanding, um, was behind him, and he was driving the RV, and he was weaving all in and out of traffic, right? And so they had multiple calls to LE saying somebody's driving an RV and he's weaving all over the road. And the police pulled him over, but they let him go. So I don't know if it's because of his status. Like people's like, oh, it's Aaron Carter. It's Aaron Carter. He's fine. So they just don't do anything. I don't really know. I don't really know why, but they didn't do anything. So this is the only thing that she has on the TikTok. It's just her. But maybe if they could have arrested him and put him in front of a judge, and maybe he could have, went to rehab or something. I don't know. This whole thing is devastating. I'm not gonna lie, it's just devastating. He needed help. I think that could be why he lied a lot too, is he was unhappy, like so unhappy with his life and his self. So he just told a lot of lies. Like all the lies that he told was to boost his self up, you know? Um, he would say things like, "Oh, I got my real estate license. I'm studying for the bar." I mean, he would definitely say the weirdest. I'm the most popular rapper in the world right now. Google it. Clear, he just wasn't happy, you know? Okay, guys. I can't find her on Instagram either. Is she the same thing, Miss, what is she on? Miss Melanie. Police did nothing to help him. He knows how to finesse cops because he's dealt with them a lot. That's probably what it is he knew how to finesse them. He would produce songs every morning on. That's what I'm saying. I would watch him on Instagram lives a lot, and he was talented. It's sad. Was he in the Mickey Mouse Club? Not to my knowledge. Okay, yeah, I don't see her IG. But this is very sad. Her son will never know his dad except through watching him through videos, but she's gonna feel this guilt for her life. I know. I hope Melanie gets all the help that she needs right now. I see your text what she posted at IG. Thank you, Kelly. Oh wow. Did she delete her IG after this, Kelly? All right, I'm gonna show you guys what she posted to her Instagram, but it looks like she may have deleted her Instagram. I hope she's not getting flack for this. I mean, they had a very volatile relationship. They did. Um, do you find it odd? Clearly announced cause of death so quickly. I feel like they would need time to investigate, unless maybe they found a note. Well, right now, from everything that I'm understanding, they're just saying that he was found in a bathtub. I don't see anybody saying that he drowned through an over. Did it say overdose? Now I'm questioning myself. Sorry, it's Saturday. I usually don't work on Saturdays, you guys. And even when I do work, I'm clearly I'm still. I've been pregnant a lot of times. I've had pregnancy brain my entire life. Thank you so much keeping up with KP. Oh, we'll go over this one more time. But I definitely think she deleted Aaron's too. Wow. Why? Why though? That needs to stay up. Aaron should stay up and let people that were fans of him have somewhere to go to watch him. Okay, so let's see. It's just another tragedy. The only person that could help him would have been him, not her. Oh well, yeah, saying that he drowned. Yeah. So that's what she posted to her IG. My baby, I can't breathe. Who's the channel that destroys him on a daily? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't think he did this on purpose. Okay, she got rid of hers, but okay. I'm on a live stream. Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. My 11-year-old son, who comes in here and plays my computer during the weekends, did not know that I was in here working and decided to come in here making the craziest noise possible. Um, but this is what she posted, and I guess maybe she took it down. I can't find her IG. I just looked at his page is still down. Both of their IGs are up. Yeah, I don't know if it's up or down. I didn't check before this. I'll check IG really quickly because I do follow him on Instagram, so I should be able to find his at least. Maybe not hers, but definitely his. No, I'm not seeing his. It's the real life of a YouTuber. Has Nick said anything? I'm not seeing where Nick has said anything. Somebody said that Nick's manager said something, but I don't know who his manager is, so I don't know. One day ago. It looks like Nick is performing. Yesterday, he was on stage and he posted a video on stage. Melanie removed her IG over a month ago. You can't drain yourself sober in a bathtub. I have no idea. I possibly could because I can't swim at all. But I'm not seeing where Nick has said anything. I'll double check Twitter really quickly. Um, let's see this. This was October 22nd, I guess.
I will be there. And what's up, everybody? I know there's a lot of weirdos and Twitter people saying that I'm not going to be in Minneapolis tonight. Well, go ahead and take a bet on that. I will be there, and it's a sold-out show, and you can't touch it. What's up, everybody? I know there's a lot of weirdos and Twitter people saying that I'm not going to be in Minneapolis tonight. Well, go ahead and take a bet on that. I will be there, and it's a sold-out show, and you can't touch it. What's up, everybody? I know there's a lot of weirdos.
Um, didn't it seems like I heard that Melanie's mom had the baby? Oh my goodness, this is sad, y'all. Come on. Like nobody but Melanie Martin is crying. She's not going to be the only one crying over Aaron Carter's death. Like, granted, he maybe was all that he was, but he was still a human being. He has a son. This is terrible. Have a little compassion. This is death. This is not some joke. He's dead. He's gone. He'll never. His child will never get to know him. So whoever did that, like, oh, or is it nobody or should it be everybody? I don't know. Like, if this person is saying nobody is going to be upset about it except Melanie, I don't know. That bothers me. Despite what people want to think, Aaron Carter still had a fan base. He had a fan base. He had a family. People can be so cruel. Yeah, we all thought that Robin Williams was okay. And look, I know. Did Aaron just say the Q word? I don't think so. I don't think that's what he said.
Not going to be in Minneapolis. What's up, everybody? I know there's a lot of weirdos and Twitter people saying that I'm not going to be in Minneapolis.
He said weirdos and Twitter people?
Tonight. Well, go ahead and take a bet on that. I will be there, and it's a sold-out show, and you can't touch it. What's up?
He said weirdos and Twitter people, and then he said can't touch this or something like that. He really was a good singer. I wish I could play some of his music. Like I said, his one of the songs that I really enjoyed of his was Fool's Gold. It was a really good. Go watch the video after this. Go watch Fool's Gold. I mean, it's a really good song. It really shows off his voice, in my opinion. So why did her mother have custody? I've covered Aaron Carter a little bit, but him and Melanie had a very volatile relationship. There were restraining orders. There were rumors of abuse and things such as that. So they would break up and then get back together. And from my understanding, one of the times they got back together after the some of the rumors of abuse, the Melanie's mother stepped in and got custody of Aaron. And from my understanding, Melanie's family are very well off. He was up on October 31st, looked so tired and high, and then on November 2nd, and he was sad Melanie left him. He didn't have family that was there for him. Melanie was that. Aaron could play the piano beautifully. Yeah. Oh, Unless someone is a murderer or harms children, you should not speak on ill of the deceased like that. Right, I agree. I know Aaron threatened Nick. He had a lot of mental problems. Nick should have cared less about how it looked and more about his brother. Yeah, my thing is like their relationship, all that it was or wasn't. I think Nick is in pain right now. I think Nick understood that his brother had problems and that he could not help his brother. That he could contact his brother all that he wanted and said, I love you, I love you. But Aaron would think that it was a game. Aaron would be like, what are you up to? You know what I'm saying? Because I think Aaron really suffered from some mental disorder where he questioned everyone's um how genuine people were, you know? Um Unfortunately Aaron couldn't stop and get better, not even for his baby. And this is what happened to his sister. He shouldn't know enough. It happened to his sister. Nick did everything that he could to help Aaron, but Aaron didn't want the help. When he threatened his wife and unborn daughter, Nick had to do something. He had his sobriety to consider. Yeah, from my understanding, that's what I was of the understanding is that Nick did try to maintain a relationship, and Nick tried to help him. But Aaron made some sort of threat towards Nick's pregnant wife at the time, and that's when he said enough, and he got a restraining order against Nick at that time. Um, do we know that Melanie has? I have no idea about that. I have no idea if she did, and I don't want to really speculate on that. A lot of people are saying like, "Oh, you couldn't save him. You tried." So I am wondering if that was a problem, a point of contention in their relationship is is his drug use. If possibly that was one of the reasons they couldn't get along. If they would be together, he would promise sobriety, and then he wouldn't stay sober, and she would leave. I was asking about Melanie having issues with drugs because someone else said that. I don't know, but I do wonder if it was possible that she didn't, and that was a problem in the relationship. I don't know. I would have never known if it wasn't for you. Much love and respect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Addiction is a disease. Knowing his sister succumbed to this disease doesn't negate his exactly. That's the thing is that's the thing is just because his sister did it, as much as you would want to say that should deter him from doing it. It's just like in families when you have, for instance, um, for instance, just say like one of my parents was an addict. I have five other siblings. Just say well, my dad has suffered with addiction, and we've seen the effects that it has on him. Not being a good dad, not being there for the family, blah 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 blah. It would not mean that one of us would not end up potentially being um, an addict because of our dad. Oftentimes you see that. Oftentimes you see children either following in that same path, um, or they do shy away from it. Like I have a friend of mine, her mother was a really bad addict. Okay, perfect example. A friend of mine, their mother was a really bad addict. When they were from the ages of about 14 to 18, maybe, because there was three siblings, 14-year-old, maybe 17-year-old, and like an 18-year-old. Their mother, come to find out, she had a really bad addiction problem, and she went into rehab. When she went into rehab, they were on the verge of losing everything because she had not been paying the bills. She had actually filed bankruptcy without her husband even knowing about it. She forged his signature because she knew like the lawyer, and told the lawyer that her husband had to work and couldn't come in to sign the paperwork, and she hadn't been paying the bankruptcy. So they were on the verge of losing everything when they found out. Well, the 14-year-old would not even take a Tylenol after that because she was terrified of becoming an addict. However, the older two both become addicts. You know, I knew this girl. Her entire family were addicts, and she swore she would never. But sadly, she became one 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, so it's. I lost my cousin to addiction. I still wanted to become an addict myself. I now have 3.5 years clean, and I wish I could help every person who is suffering from this horrible disease. Thank you. Thank you. I commend you for having the willpower to be able to get sober and maintain that sobriety. Anybody that's dealt with addiction that's been able to overcome that, I mean, you should really give yourself a pat on the back because it's not easy. Um, his sold out shows were another thing he lied about. Poor dude barely had 20 people show up to his free gigs. That's so sad. He was talented. It really is sad. Do y'all think Aaron Carter was groomed by people? Yes, I do. I do think Aaron Carter was groomed. Being in the industry so young, I do think he was taken advantage of. That's just my personal opinion, and I don't know that. I'm a drug and alcohol counselor and in recovery myself. You don't get clean and serene for anyone except yourself. In recovery, you have to be selfish. Yeah, it never works if you get clean for someone else. I've heard that. Um, he begged people to stop bullying him. His haters pushed him over the edge, and it makes me feel sick. That's so sad. It's so sad. I can never understand that. Um, yeah, shout out to my mods. You guys are on a roll tonight. Thank you. Um, not gonna lie, I know it really is. It's very very sad. I'm gonna check Nick Carter one more time. Like I have like a pit in my stomach. Um, you know, I knew. Oh wow. Oh wow. I was just about to bring this up. Nick Carter during like the Lizzie McGuire, Lindsay Lohan situation. That I remember that all too well, where he was kind of dating both of them, and then they kind of hated each other. Um, but this just got tweeted. Lizzie McGuire a Lizzie McGuire account just tweeted. It's been 21 years since Aaron Carter's episode of Lizzie McGuire aired. Wow. Someone said, anyways, this is how I'd like to remember Aaron Carter, praying for his loved ones. Exactly. Why not think of something like that? Read Aaron Carter's last post. I'm not even seeing his Twitter. That's not it. That's not going to be him. Was he not verified on Twitter? This can't be him. I mean, that's got a lot of. It's got a lot of followers, but it's not verified. Yo, Kanye, let's talk man to man. God love and positive vibes today. Good love and positive vibes today. Mad love at Spencer Pratt and Julie. He's a cool dude. For real. XO. Stay safe, brother. Matt Bond. I've been in the music industry 25 years. I know he was a victim. I will pass love on to Nick. Thank you so much, Matt. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I mean, I don't know how you know Nick, but I'm brokenhearted for him right now. Especially even more so knowing that they had the type of relationship that they had. And he can't have any regrets, because I hope he don't, but I'm sure he will. I'm sure Nick will feel regret that he didn't try harder to have a relationship with his brother, but he can't have any regrets. No matter how hard Nick would have tried, Aaron wasn't going to come around until he got himself situated. He died the same way my son's dad died. I bet you anything. I bet you took his own. Oh, wow. Is he the one who sung Crush on You in 1994? I don't remember that one. I remember Candy. A million likes on TikTok. Daily ranking 29 in the world. Don't miss out. I'm up on OnlyFans. Okay. I'm coming back, whether you like it or not. With heat, it's just the beginning. Selling my second home. Real estate has been super good to me. Ready for a new chapter in my third home, which I plan on staying to make a beautiful life for my family. This year's been super tough, but I've learned so much. Thanks for the support, everyone. So this was his home. Hey guys, I'm doing virtual meet and greets. See you soon. Here's the direct link. Lots of new goodies on OnlyFans. Don't miss out. Remove the haters from your sight and soul. Prosper, be better. New music alert. The Purge. I just cooked this up. P.S. Thanks to the haters for calming down a bit. Much love. It's very sad. It's very sad. He had a lot of demons, and unfortunately, he sold his house or was selling it. I think he was selling it. He just died, and people are still bashing him. That's terrible. I don't think anybody on here is bashing him, from my understanding. That's not what this channel is about. Despite anything, I don't care who you are, unless you're a mass murderer or, or a child predator. I'm not gonna bash you. Addiction, struggling, and using. Like I said, sometimes he could be quite angry at people coming in his chat, but they would be mean to him. And so he would be mean right back. And I think that was a defense mechanism. So I'm not going to bash him for anything. I feel so sorry for him. He was 34 years old, and it's extremely heartbreaking. Aaron Carter lived in my neighborhood. I was always rooting for the guy. He was clearly struggling. Hope he's found peace. Aaron Carter did think I got a crush on you. Where's the MK Ultra breakdown video? Rena, I have over 1,100 people in the chat, babe, and I have a lot of things I'm pulling up on here to read. So I'm not seeing all the comments, but my mods try to delete, the nasty comments. Aaron had issues, but he was a victim. That's what I always thought. I thought growing up in the industry as a child, a lot of children are. I'm reading, actually, here it is right here. Me and my members are reading Jeanette McCurdy's book, I'm Glad My Mom Died. And Jeanette McCurdy is from iCarly and Sam and Cat. She got into the industry when she was young on, Sam and Cat was like her breakout. iCarly was her breakout role, but she started in the entertainment industry at a very young age, like 6 years old, right? And in this book, she talks about the creator, and I did see that. Ella says, yo, Kanye, let's talk man to man. And this, just like many people talk about in the industry, come out to talk about the abuse, I definitely think he was the victim of many things. Yeah, this is a really good book. Molly has heard about this already. Yeah, we're lucky that Britney Spears is still here. Yeah. People keep saying that Michael J. Fox passed today. I looked that up a while ago, and I'm not seeing that. Thank you, Tamika. You guys, I think one thing that we have to remember, here's the thing, is you can dislike Aaron Carter for all that he was, but this was his life. It wasn't like he got a ticket and went to jail. You know what I'm saying? If he would have got a ticket and went to jail, and people that disliked him would have wanted to say, like, yay, he got locked up. Whatever. It is what it is. But that's not what happened. He died. He has a son that will never get to know him in real life. You guys, Michael J. Fox has not passed away. I looked it up a while ago. I'm not saying that, so I don't want that. Yeah, I think that was a celebrity death hoax. But Aaron Carter did in fact pass away. It's literally been reported on every news station right now. He died in the bathtub. He was found in the bathtub. So, we won't know until they tell us. I think being in the industry is difficult for adults. Exactly. Being in the industry is difficult for adults. For a child, it's absolutely going to be a lot worse. I don't know if Molly Golightly was his life coach, but I do think they had some sort of connection somehow. From my understanding, Molly Golightly started her channel in defense of Nick Carter. When the girls came out to say that Nick Carter assaulted them sexually, Molly Golightly, from my understanding, started her channel to trying to debunk that, right? And then Nick, because she knows Nick, she met Nick sometime in the past. So she did not feel like that was anything that he would do. So she defended him. And that's kind of how her channel started, from my understanding. I am looking for any sort of statement from Nick Carter. I see nothing yet. It may take him a while to figure out something to say. How to address this, especially considering their relationship. She said on live, she was just like, yeah, I don't know that. And wouldn't that be like a breach of confidentiality to say I am someone's life coach? They did have some sort of life coaching relationship at some point, but I'm not sure if they did anytime in Prince's lifetime. Has Hillary Duff made a statement? Let me see. Molly did coach Aaron. Yes. Yeah. I don't know. So somebody in the chat said, and this is not me saying it. I have not verified this. That Molly did live coach Aaron until Melanie put a stop to them communicating. So I'm not sure. Melanie. No, Hillary Duff has not made a statement yet. She's gorgeous. She's very pretty. Very, very pretty. No. Melanie did post a very quick snippet of a IG live where she was crying. Matt Bond says Nick isn't releasing anything yet. Thank you. Nick dated Paris Hilton. Aaron Carter did not, from my understanding. Molly is not a therapist. She's a life coach. Ale, his son and family should not have to see or hear all the negative comments. I know his son is too young, but as he gets older. Unfortunately, I agree. I don't think so either. I think it's going to be a very sad time for them. And with people making comments like, everybody in the world, nothing, Melanie, like that is disgusting. I think he'll attend. I don't know. Matt Bond, you seem to kind of have some sort of inside knowledge. Do you think Nick will attend the services? Here's the thing. Who's going to have the services? Who's responsible for Aaron Carter's services? Like, who does that go to? I don't even know. Like, he was engaged to Melanie, but I think they were, like, on the outs right now, I think. His sister died in 2012 from a drug overdose, unfortunately. It'll be his mom. And he didn't have a good relationship with his mother at the time, right? You can definitely. It's not a positive vibes chat, but it definitely is a. Let's keep in mind that a life was lost. Like people saying that he suffered with addiction, and I'm not deleting. I haven't deleted any comment yet. Um, what did he die from? He was found in his bathtub. I think his mom is his next of kin. If someone is actually dead, it's not a hoax, then their wiki page will say it was, not is. Um, from my understanding, his Wikipedia page has been updated. Yes, I'm sure Braxton. I'm sure all the BSB boys will be there with Nick. Love him. That's good. I hope so. I think he probably has a lot of regret. More than likely, Nick probably has a lot of regret for not going to his sister's services. Um, I mean, you just. Oh. It is weird how a lot of people die in the bathtub. A lot of like Whitney Houston, her daughter, now Aaron. Like, oh, yeah. I wish it was fake too. He's way too young. He has a child. I wasn't a fan. However, he seemed troubled soul. I'm sorry to hear the news. Exactly. See, that's how I wish anybody, like the people that weren't fans of his, I wish they could even say, you know what, I wasn't a fan, but I'm sad to hear this. It is very sad, very suspicious. I remember being like 10 or 11. It was the first concert I attended. Didn't he have a kid? Yes. He has a little boy named Prince. I'm not exactly for sure. um, how old he was, though. Yeah, he was. Yeah, we watched that just a second ago, Jeanette. I think because it's such a stress relieving place, the bathtub makes it easy to relax and fall asleep. That makes sense. Was he previously sick? He looked thin. I think he was just sick from his mental issues as well as substance abuse. I think that's what he was sick from. I think that's why he was extremely thin. I don't think it had anything to do with like a cold or anything. I think it was like substance abuse and mental disorders. What if you take a bath? Oh, yeah. Is Melanie on here? Not in here. But she did post a quick snippet of a TikTok where she was just crying. Nick knew what the industry did to him, and most of the drama between Nick and Aaron was Aaron always being in the shadow of Nick. Another report said he was found in his pool by a neighbor. Everything that I'm reading has said bathtub, so David. That is a lot of people's speculation. He was just found in the bathtub. That's what we know. He was found in the bathtub. Aaron and Mel were at the mall shopping one day. He bought his son a toy. We're going to go ahead and close this one out, you guys. I've been on for about an hour. I normally don't even work on Saturdays. Usually the weekends I take specifically for my family. But like I said, I was sitting in the living room watching TV with my daughter, and I just jumped on Twitter really quickly and saw this. And I really thought it was a hoax. I literally thought it was some sort of hoax at first, and I thought, holy crap. Um, Let me verify this. Her TikTok, I think, is Miss Melanie XX. MissMelanie XX. He wouldn't do this. I don't think he would ever do this on purpose. I definitely don't think he did this on purpose. I don't think this is any sort of, suicide or anything like that. I think this was an accident. Um, but you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Please remember, this is a real human life. This is not like, people can be so cruel. Even if you just dislike him so much. Remember, he has a son. He has a family that unfortunately have to read, comments. Could you imagine if you had somebody in the public eye and people didn't like him for whatever reason, and then he passed, and you had to read nasty comments about it? Just put yourself in that position. Try to just be human and have a heart for what his people, you know, may have to see. Send you some DMs on Facebook. Um, because this is going to be a really tough time for them. And right now, this is not this is not the first loss they went through. 10 years ago, they lost their daughter. The family, Nick lost a sister. Aaron's sister passed away from a drug overdose. Now they're going through this. So they may be in the spotlight and you may dislike the family or whatever, but at the same time, they are a family. They are real life human beings, and they get sad just like we do. They get heartbroken just like we do. So try to keep that in mind. You guys, let me your thoughts. Yes, don't do drugs, people. Please don't do drugs. 34 years old. 34 years old. So there were 7 siblings, from my understanding. 2 are now gone. There's 5 left. You guys, let me your thoughts. If you guys don't mind, please subscribe to the channel. I cover trending topics, celebrity news and gossip, a little bit over into the crime section. I have a couple stories, true crime that I'm covering, but it is mainly like trending topics, celebrity news, things such as that. If you like my coverage of this, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button. I'm late, but home is hitting a duster and great enough. I'm late. Okay, yes, that's what we all thought that was. Please, we had over 1,000 people in here, you guys. We have 800 and we have 400 likes. So on your way out, please hit that thumbs up button. I'm going to continue, covering this. When we get some sort of autopsy report, I'll be sure to go live so I can give you guys the results of that, and we can discuss that as well. So you guys, I don't know, just keep the family in your prayers, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.